This is the She Dares to Travel podcast, and I am your host, Raquella Pollock. After spending a decade managing the #1 travel agency in Canada, I am now here to connect you to women that are taking the travel industry by storm, as well as female business professionals that also have a passion for travel, just like me. We are here to inspire, uplift, and motivate you to not only follow, but plan out your dreams, no matter where in the world they may be. And of course, this wouldn't be possible without our sponsor, Staples Studio, where I am currently recording from. Check them out on their website, studio.staples.ca. It truly is a new approach to co-working with community at its heart. There's access to hot desks, meeting, and event spaces all across North America. So thank you, Staples Studio, for connecting us and sponsoring this podcast. And thank you for listening. Enjoy, be sure to subscribe, and follow along. When it comes to beautiful British Columbia, Vancouver Island is definitely one place to put high on your bucket list. As your island gateway, Nanaimo Airport is conveniently nestled in the Central Island. It's located right between the hubs of the Cowichan Valley and Nanaimo, and you're only moments away from the ocean surf, mountain bike trails, year-round golf, wineries, and majestic mountains, just to name a few. The air terminal building has more than tripled in size over the years thanks to many projects that have taken place and a 20-year expansion plan for the building. And super fun fact, did you know that Nanaimo Airport actually started out as a base for the Royal Canadian Air Force? It was for glider pilot training facilities and wartime emergency airfield. And now more than 80 years later, it's a regional airport that's connecting Vancouver Island to the world. So definitely put Nanaimo Airport on your next destination list when you go to Vancouver Island. So go get outside and explore. Hello, Daredevils. Welcome back to another episode of the She Dares to Travel podcast. Today, we have a very special Christmas episode for you. Sarah Coote is here today joining us, and her resume is very impressive when it comes to the tourism industry. She has held key marketing leadership positions across multi-award-winning tourism operators, local regions, destinations, and she absolutely thrives helping businesses and industries move their marketing programs to create different captivating, engaging content for their key markets. When she was only 18 years old, she actually started an award-winning photography and film and tourism and destination marketing business. Driven completely by passion, she found a vision to be able to share and connect audiences with Australia's incredible destinations. I am extremely excited to speak with Sarah today. Sarah, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So whereabouts are you calling in? It's early morning here in Canada. It's late at night. Where are you?
I'm currently located on a small tropical paradise in the middle of the Indian Ocean, Christmas Island. It's about 2,500 kilometers northwest of Perth, Western Australia. But it's actually closer to Indonesia, about 350 kilometers south of Indonesia, than it is to mainland Australia. But we're part of Australia.
Wow. And have you always lived on Christmas Island?
No, I actually grew up in Shoalwater in Western Australia. So that's about 45 minutes south of Perth. So growing up, I was always around and in the ocean. I spent more time in the water than on land. And my first job at the age of 14 was on a tour boat. So I took people swimming with wild dolphins, and I absolutely loved my job. I spent every weekend and every day of the school holidays working with dolphins and sharing incredible wild encounters with visitors from all over the world. And I've traveled all over Australia and the world. And we moved to Christmas Island about 9 months ago when I was offered the position of destination marketing manager.
Wow. And was Christmas Island always on your radar, or was it something just opportunity presented itself?
So we've always loved the Indian Ocean islands. So Crocus, Keeling Islands and Christmas Island is classed as the Indian Ocean Islands. And I just love the tropical paradise that is this part of the world. Last year, I actually travelled around Australia with my family in a motorhome with the open mind that if we found somewhere that kind of ticked all our boxes, we would happily move there. But we didn't find anywhere that kind of ticked every box that we really wanted for our family and to bring up our kids until I got offered the position here, and everything just kind of fell into place, and here we are.
Beautiful. How far is the flight from where you were living in Australia to Christmas Island?
It's only a 3.5 hour flight. So
that's not bad.
is so it's not too far. We were actually in Noosa, so over the other side Australia when I got offered the position. So that was just after Christmas. We traveled from Noosa to Perth in about 6 days with our 4 children in our motorhome. Stayed in Perth for a week to pack up everything, pack up all our lives, and we moved to Christmas Island from there. So yeah, it was a very adventurous start to the year, but it was definitely the right move for us, and we've absolutely loved every moment of being here.
I imagine, and it's very timely that it was right after Christmas, meant to
I
be.
know, absolutely, absolutely. It must have been a good omen.
Wow, beautiful. That is such an adventure, and what a great way to live with your family. How old are your kids?
So we have 4 children. Our eldest is 8. We have a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
Amazing. And you're setting them up straight with the travel bug right off the bat.
That's it. Is there any other way to
No,
live?
of
Yes,
course not.
absolutely. That sense of
Of
adventure. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
instilling it in them very young.
I love that. I love that. That's the best way to start, definitely, with a young travel bug. So tell us a bit about your studies. Did you go to university or college for what you do now?
So I was always very academic in school, and had parents who always encouraged a university pathway. I studied the top subject when I was in high school, until I was offered an opportunity in my dream career at the age of 17. So that's year 11 in Australia. And this was a very big decision for me. So that would pretty much direct the path for the rest of my life. So I actually decided to leave school and work full time as a tour guide for Rockingham Wild Encounters, which is the tour boat that took people swimming with wild dolphins. So I'd worked there, I started off doing work experience and then went into casual work on the weekends and school holidays. And then I finally got offered a full time position at 17. And then after leaving school at 17, which was just the complete opposite direction that I thought my life would go, and my parents too. I went on to study my diploma in screen and media, focusing on documentary at the Film and Television Institute of WA. And I continued working with the company and worked my way up from a deckhand and tour guide to the underwater photographer and videographer to the company's marketing manager. And I'm still in that role now, so I'm still connected with the company today.
Beautiful. And which parts of Australia was that in that you were doing that?
That was all in WA, yeah,
It
based in
was.
Perth.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you sounds like you really found your passion, honed in on it, and then was like, okay, forget the academic part. Well, you still need that.
Yeah.
But how
Yeah.
how can I move forward with what I'm doing in order to incorporate both into your life?
Absolutely. So it kind of started in I always wanted to do marine biology, and go down that path. But essentially, at the end of the day, I asked myself, what's my dream job? What do I want to be doing day to day? And working with wild dolphins in the water, it doesn't get much better than that. And even on a pathway that was a university based pathway, there was no pathway that led me to be in the water with dolphins every single day and sharing that with people. You get the grants and you get the study opportunities that are for a certain period, but I feel like what I've experienced and what I've seen and what I've with people, I would have never been able to get any other way than taking the path that I have. So I'm very, very fortunate that those opportunities presented themselves, and that I guess I took the leap of faith that I let my passion guide me.
Good for you. This is a common reoccurring theme with all the women that I speak to in tourism, that it really is following your passion. And even this podcast, it was out of passion, out of the missing of travel in 2020 that I started it because I just needed to keep talking about travel. Like, how could you not? It's so important. So good for you. Good for you for finding that, and at a young age too, to be able to live majority of your life very fulfilled in what it is you want to do. Love it.
Absolutely. I think I
Yeah.
was very lucky to kind of hone in on that early and just found something that guided that purpose and
Hmm.
gave it all I could.
Beautiful. So what type of travels, where have your travels led you?
So I've been all over the world traveling. I spent a lot of time in Indonesia, surfing trips in South Sumatra, diving in the Gili Islands, liverboards in Thailand, traveling to the Philippines, Japan. I got married in Vanuatu, and generally just
Ooh.
any opportunity I get to adventure this beautiful planet, I dive right into. But it's absolutely more the ocean and the nature-based destinations that will draw me in for sure. So last
Gorgeous.
year, as I said before, my family and I did a road trip around Australia in our motorhome, and that was a brilliant way to kind of see the country. It is a very big country, and I don't think you realize that. until you start driving it. It's like you've got, 10 different countries in one. So yeah, I think I'm all about making memories and creating a life full of stories. So yeah, I've been lucky to kind of travel the world and had a vast array of experiences doing so.
I bet. And can you put a favorite on any one of your places or destinations? It's hard, I know.
Oh, yeah, like one favorite can have a top three. I've got a top three
Absolutely.
favorites. Okay, cool. So my top three is Gili Islands. Absolutely love Gili Islands. Cocos Keeling Islands. Fell in love with that place, and of course Christmas Island. So I'm definitely more your island hopper, it would seem. So yeah, those are definitely my top three destinations for sure.
Beautiful. Gili Islands I've been to. Absolutely love Gili Islands. We only actually did Gili Tea. We were gonna go to one of the others and then we just didn't because Gili Tea just sucks you in. So
Yeah, has everything. Why would you need to go to any of the others?
exactly. It gave us everything we needed. It's beautiful in Indonesia, just off the coast of Bali. And then where was the second islands you said? I haven't heard of those.
So Cocos Keeling Island,
Hmm.
it's actually only about a 45-minute flight from Christmas Island, so in the same part of the world, and it's more your tropical paradise. So if you Google it and you look up Cocos Keeling Islands, you will see those idyllic white sandy beaches, palm trees as far as you can see, and that crystal turquoise clear water.
Hmm.
So it really is your idyllic paradise. You're relaxing, snorkeling, diving, a lot of kite surfing as well. There for the
Hmm.
kite surfing, so that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Island is more your adventure, nature-based destination. So having both definitely complements each other. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Yeah, more your ruggedly spectacular, um, nature-based adventure style trip.
So out of the three, for each one, what would you say is your favorite thing to do in each one then, or favorite activity you would recommend to someone going?
Okay, so Gili Islands, they're all the same. It's all ocean. It's all for the ocean. It's all for, your free diving and your snorkeling. I absolutely love being in the water. So the more time that I can get in the water, experiencing the marine life, there it is pretty special. Gili Islands had incredible clear water, the depths. I love the small communities there as well. I feel like you get more immersed in the culture on an island. You can't help but you can't be secluded. I feel like a place like Bali, it's a bit more of a tourist, driven destination. You're kind of separated from the culture and the actual real aspects of what makes the place, yeah, gives it its heritage and its roots. And I feel like on these islands, each of them kind of really connect you to the culture there and the people. So yes, definitely the ocean aspect for all of them. The kite surfing on Cocos Islands is a big one. And then here on Christmas Island would definitely be your diving again. Some of the best diving I've ever seen on the planet. Your crystal clear water all year round. So I'm 30 to 50 meter visibility, which definitely helps with the photography and video side of things. And again, the people. This is a very special destination for having that melting pot and that mix of cultures. So we have Malay, Chinese, and Western cultures here, and we celebrate all the events and festivals, and it's honestly just, yeah, a very special thing to see come together.
Wow, that is beautiful. With Christmas Island, how many people? What's the population?
So there's about 1,400 people that live on the
Oh.
island. So yeah, it's not a huge population. It's about 135 square kilometers big, and 60% of that is national park. So it's quite
Oh.
consist of where the people live. And yeah, it's just, yeah, a beautiful mix of cultures here, and that cultural harmony and respect for each of them. I mean, we
Mhm.
have a mosque next to a Chinese temple, and then
Mm.
we have Chinese festivals and dancing, lion dancing next to your Malay dancing,
Wow.
in the same event. So it really is a one of a kind destination when it comes to that cultural heritage and really seeing those cultures thrive together.
That is beautiful. It reminds me what it sounds like, but on a much smaller scale, of Sri Lanka in a way, because Sri Lanka is known as a melting pot. And when we went there, it felt that way. And you got so immersed in so many different cultures and food and people. And it was just such a beautiful experience. So it sounds quite similar in a very
Absolutely.
tropical vibe. Yeah, very tropical
Yeah,
vibe.
absolutely. I've been to Sri Lanka as well, and yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely agree. Very special when places kind of bring together that respect of each of the cultures and the heritage of the people there. So yeah, it's very special to be part of and see it come together.
Absolutely. Where in Christmas Island would you recommend to stay? Are there certain sections or areas that are better for tourists or relaxing or?
Yep. So there's a range of accommodation is generally around the settlement. So there's different, what would you even call them? I wouldn't even call them suburbs. I'd call them just little distinctions where settlement is generally just one area, and then the rest of the island is generally a national park. So where settlement is, there's little areas, and you can stay down right on the front near the coastline, or you can stay further up towards the hill. So Christmas Island is very the topography here is very mountainous. It is extinct volcano, so you can imagine the topography that would create. So there's a range of accommodation options, but they are quite basic. But if budget's not an option, without a doubt, Swell Lodge is your best place to stay. It's an eco lodge based in the national park, and it's absolutely incredible. The views out there are something else. You've got 180-degree views of the Indian Ocean, and you feel like you're a whole world away. You got booby birds flying, nesting,
Mm.
frigates. It's honestly, yeah, it's like you're in Jurassic Park.
I love what's a frigate?
Oh, a frigate, it's a bird. It's a type of bird. So
Okay.
if bird watching is your thing as well, I wasn't before I came here, but now I'm all
Yeah.
about the birds as well. Yeah, here you'll become one. By the time you leave Christmas Island, you'll be in love with birds and spotting them. And yes, they're quite fascinating here. And because they're there's no threats from the people here. They're very friendly as well. So they're not, you can get very close to them. And that goes for most of the wildlife here, actually. We have giant rubber crabs that they're huge. Their claws are ginormous. And they're very friendly. You can walk up right up to them. You've got your red crabs here. You can swim with whale sharks. A couple of months ago, I was actually swimming with a humpback whale, and
Wow.
came right up alongside me, eye to eye, which was very, very
Wow.
special. So you never know what to expect here. Christmas Island is very much one of those destinations that has a lot of layers. And the more you discover of it, the more you fall in love with it. You're just in absolute awe at every turn. So yeah, it is a very special place, and I don't think I'll ever get sick of this beautiful island. So we've definitely found home.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely incredible. And I must admit, I was a travel agent for many years. I managed a travel agency. I have never once had anyone ask to go to Christmas Island. And when I was searching for people for a great Christmas episode, it just randomly came up Christmas Island. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's an island for Christmas? Like, let's talk about this a little bit more. So it sounds so incredible, the picture that you're painting, and definitely a place that's just, oh, what's even the word for it? Just, it feels like home, the way that you're describing it. I know it is your home, but you make it sound so
Yeah.
inviting, very inviting, whether it's the culture, the people, the place itself, and just an experience. So beautiful. With everything that's there, what do you think is the best time of year to visit?
So we have a wet and dry season, being tropical. There's distinct wet and dry. So usually the best time of year is the dry season. It brings with it lower humidity, beautiful sunsets, blue skies, and of course less rain with that. So that's anywhere between May to September. In saying that though, one of our peak seasons is the crab migration season, and that occurs between October to January, depending on the rain. So this is usually the start of wet season as well. So it just depends, I guess, what you're coming for, what you want to experience,
Yeah.
and if humidity is an issue for you. But there's always a season that you can make the most of this place and really enjoy the best of it.
And what's the best way to get around the island?
So, being a remote island, there are some basic infrastructure things that I would say are a little underdeveloped here. So, for some people, some travelers, that's definitely not going to be suited, but others that makes it part of the adventure. So, for me, I love the underdeveloped destinations where they're in their infancy and they don't have that full tourism structure set up. So there is no public transport. You will definitely need to hire a car in getting around. When we first arrived, we actually didn't have a car. So we were walking everywhere. You get very fit very fast.
Perfect. I'm in.
Yeah. But there's also electric bike hire, so that's really handy for getting up and down the hills, and getting around settlement and that kind of thing. You can also hire purpose-built electric bikes for the jungle. So they're a bit more mountain bike type. But yeah, so a mixture of either electric bike to get around the island, or your car hire. And I would definitely suggest you book that before you come, because there's not a huge amount of options here. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Is there a certain, I know with the May to September is kind of the best time, or drier season. Is there a month that's really busy? Like, is summer get busy because kids are out of school, or?
Not really. So the beauty of Christmas Island is, I mean, we have a population of 1,400 people. And even from Australia, it is a bit of a hike to get to. It's a 3.5 hour flight from Perth, but it is one of your destinations that you're going to choose to go more so once in a lifetime. Like, it's a bucket list kind of destination. In saying that, though, once people come, they often keep coming back year after year because they just fall in love with it. So I think Dave Attenborough put it on the map when he said it was one of his top wildlife experiences of his career when he saw the red crab migration. So that was pretty special. So people definitely come for that. But in saying that, there is no busy season here. You're definitely going to get more people during crab migration, but you're not going to have crowded beaches. You'll still often go to the beach and have it all to yourself, to the point you're like, did I not get invited to something? Where is everybody? It's perfect. So yeah, the overcrowding is definitely not a challenge here. In saying that, though, being a small island, you do need to book your car hire and accommodation beforehand, and sometimes flights getting back, because locals are obviously coming back after your Christmas period. You want to be booking in advance for those general logistical things first. So yeah, as soon as you sort that out, then yeah, that your island is going to be yours to explore, and yeah, you'll never have a problem with overcrowding here.
I love it. I hope that not too many people after this episode want to visit to make it overcrowded. But it just sounds so gorgeous, and my bucket list, it just keeps growing. But we actually have never been, my husband and I, we've never been to Australia. We've done Indian Ocean, we've been to Maldives, Sri Lanka, Bali, Japan, like all surrounding, but Australia, New Zealand, never been to. So I know, and
wow, so interesting.
It is, because especially for Canadians, that's like the top place to go, the other side of the world. I know. But we've thought about it a lot, and we have actually thought about doing what you did, and just renting a camper van and like driving along the Gold Coast, or some, just an adventure that way, because I feel like you need to see it. But now that I know you can fly to Christmas Island after,
ticks every box.
Exactly. Do it all. So I've got to ask, why is it called Christmas Island?
So Christmas Island began appearing on maps around the 1600s from the English and Dutch navigators, but it wasn't actually until 1643 that Captain William Minos of the British East India Company named the island after spotting it on Christmas Day. So yeah, forevermore it was known as Christmas Island. But yeah, I like to say it's named Christmas Island because every day here is like a gift. So yeah, from the wildlife to the people, this island definitely has something special to share with everyone. So yeah, it was discovered on, it was named on Christmas Day after it then. So that's the story behind Christmas Island.
It's perfect. Every day is a gift on Christmas Island. It's like Christmas every morning, waking up.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a great way to say it. So is Christmas celebrated then on the island?
Yes, yeah. So we have Western, a lot of Westerners here as well. So yes, although we have Malay population and we have your Chinese population, we also have your Western population as well. And we celebrate Christmas here as well. A lot of people do leave the island and go home to the mainland to see families, but Christmas we actually have an orphans Christmas here, so all the islanders get together and celebrate, and yeah, it's definitely a celebration on the island.
Neat. So everyone gets together. Where do you guys all meet?
just at the beach. We'll do a cove. Down at the cove is the main beach. So yeah, everyone comes together there. I haven't actually been here for Christmas yet, but I've heard all the stories, and yeah, it will be definitely a celebration itself being here and part of it all.
Beautiful. That is a very cool tradition. And how many places can say that they have everybody on an island or in an area get together for an orphan's Christmas?
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty special.
So special. Yeah, you'll have to report back and let us know how that is. That's very neat. Yeah, definitely keep us posted. So I know with
Absolutely.
a lot of the tours and everything that you do there obviously are water based. For people that are
Yeah.
coming, is that that it sounds like that's the key draw, but are there any specific local tours that you highly recommend?
Yeah, for sure. So there's a range of operators here. So I'll start with freediving because that's obviously what I love to do. So Christmas Island is one of the most incredible places in the world to learn how to and train for
Mm.
freediving. So the location of where we are, it drops off to dramatic depths very quickly just off the shore. So the accessibility, usually you have to drive a fair way out in a boat to be able to access those kinds of depths. So that makes this place very special for freediving. And there's an amazing freediving school run by an Australian champion freediver, David Mulheron, and he's a brilliant teacher. Yeah, just off the shore, you can be diving to the depth very, very quickly. So he's a great teacher. Then you've got your scuba diving. So there's CI wet and dry benches and extra divers. They have boats that take people out to the different dive sites. And as I said before, some of the best diving on the planet. An incredible array of marine life down there, your fish, your corals, absolutely incredible. Then you have your tours with Indian Ocean experiences. So they're more your land-based tours, and they offer a range of ways to explore the island with all-inclusive packages as well. So they're very knowledgeable tour guides, and they offer a range of options that you can either include just Christmas Island or Christmas and Cocos Keeling Islands, and they can take care of everything. And yeah, they take you around the island to discover the best that the Christmas Island has to offer. And then if you do stay at Sir Lodge, as I said before, an incredible eco lodges with all-inclusive tours, transport, food, and even a private chef. So if budget is not a concern, this is definitely the choice for you. It's really that one of a kind eco accommodation, and the view there is something else. So it's one of those your honeymooners. We actually a month ago we had a couple elope here, and they stayed at Swell Lodge. So yeah, it's a very special place to stay, and you'll never forget it if you do stay there. And then you got your fishing charters as well. So being located where we are in the middle of the Indian Ocean, there's lots of big fish getting around. So you've got your fishing charters as well, which are great for those who love to put a line in. And yeah, there's something for everyone really here.
With the fishing, are you able to catch and then eat your catch same day, like have it prepared for you? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So you catch the fish, and yeah, your wahoo, your yellowfin tuna, your dogtooth tuna. I'm not a fisherman, but my husband likes to get out there a fair bit. So I see it all happening, and yeah, it's definitely a good destination for your fishing as well. And that catch and cook the same way and the same day, and you're eating it for dinner. So yeah,
That's the
it's
best.
pretty cool. Yeah,
The
yeah.
best. Absolute best. I was thinking to ask you what's so special about the island, but I think you've kind of already said that. Pretty sure you've hit every nail on the head. It just sounds so incredible. I would love to ask you what your favorite, with all the travels you've done, what your favorite or funniest travel story is.
Oh, that's such a hard one. So, traveling with kids, there is always, endless stories. I think it's like the challenges or the unexpected
Hmm.
that always creates these, these stories that you're like, I can't believe that happened. And in the time you're pulling your hair out that you're not sure you're going to get through it. But I think my favorite one would have to be kind of bringing it back home to swimming with the dolphins. I've worked throughout all my pregnancies and up until my due date. So with all my children, I've worked until the due date on the boat
Wow.
swimming with wild dolphins. Yeah, so I was very active in pregnancies. In saying that, I remember distinctly the last pregnancy. I was, I think, 2 days past, and I was out on the boat, and I was hopping in the water with the dolphins, and it looked like I had a watermelon down my wetsuit. Like I was huge. Visitors were kind of like, oh, what did you do? I was like, oh, 2 days ago. But when I hopped in the water with the dolphins, I was just surrounded. So you're weightless anyway, which is beautiful when you're that far along. And they're surrounded by dolphins everywhere I turn. It was almost like I was part of the group. And you hear clicks and whistles, feel the ocean, and they're echolocating. You can see that they can see the bub inside. And the visitors, I think they were just in absolute awe. They were witnessing all of this happening. And yeah, it's something that even the visitors are still messaging me about from all over the world. We had people from the UK and one from Canada, and they've messaged me, a year later saying, I still think about that day that you were on the boat. And, it's something that I keep getting drawn back to. So it's one of those really once in a lifetime kind of experiences with a wild animal in the ocean. And yeah, just that connection was really special. So yeah, it would have to be that. That would be my favorite kind of experience, and especially sharing it with visitors. I think that's what's driven my whole career, really, just sharing those and inspiring those moments that you do remember forever. That you get so busy and caught up with work and your daily life that when you plan your trips or your whole create those memories that make it all worth it, right? So to be able to share that and inspire that and those adventures of those memories that people always look back on, that's really special for me. And I think that's really what's driven my entire career.
That's amazing. I got goosebumps as you were saying it, because I can just imagine how powerful that is, being surrounded by dolphins, and dolphins are so incredibly smart, to have them pick up that you're pregnant and that the baby's due, and just to have that moment. Holy. So then when did the water break? Like, how quickly after did you give birth?
So he still came about 5 days later.
Oh, okay. I thought all of a sudden you'd get out and it was like, it's time.
Or just like, you know what? And it was our final child. Like, we always wanted 4. So having our final child, and that was the way that, the pregnancy ended. And it was the most beautiful birth as well. So it was all just beautiful. Everything of that was just so magical and came together. And he's an absolute water baby now as well. I can't keep him out.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, he absolutely loved it. And yeah, I think just sharing those moments with a wild animal, especially, they're not trained, they're not touched, they're not fed at all, they're not under any pressure to be there. So to be able to share that with a wild animal in the natural environment was just something else.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it's such a good reminder how you said it, just about we work so much. And especially over here in North America, we're all about the work, the hustle culture, and other parts of the world too. And then we plan these incredible trips to be able to escape it and to have those memories, because in the end, you can't take anything with you. You only have your memories. And let's hope you still have your memories in the end too, right? So it's beautiful that you're creating that life and you're doing exactly what you want, so you can share that with your kids and with other people too. So thank you. Thank you for that. Where can people find you and learn more about Christmas Island?
Awesome. So you can find more about Christmas Island on Instagram and Facebook. So if you just type in Christmas Island, you'll find their accounts there. There's also the website christmasisland.net.au. It's christmas.net.au. And then for my personal one, it's The Wonderfully Lost on Instagram. So you'll find my photos and all my adventures on Instagram under The Wonderfully Lost.
Beautiful. Thank you again for sharing your insight, your adventurous spirit, and just your love and your passion for travel, and of course, Christmas Island. And I hope this episode has inspired someone to go travel. If you have 4 kids, it doesn't matter. Go do it. And find those off the beaten paths, those islands, those places that really just set your soul on fire. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute adventure in itself. Thank you.
When it comes to beautiful British Columbia, Vancouver Island is definitely one place to put high on your bucket list. As your island gateway, Nanaimo Airport is conveniently nestled in the Central Island. It's located right between the hubs of the Cowichan Valley and Nanaimo, and you're only moments away from the ocean surf, mountain bike trails, year-round golf, wineries, and majestic mountains, just to name a few. The air terminal building has more than tripled in size over the years thanks to many projects that have taken place and a 20-year expansion plan for the building. And super fun fact, did you know that Nanaimo Airport actually started out as a base for the Royal Canadian Air Force? It was for glider pilot training facilities and wartime emergency airfield. And now more than 80 years later, it's a regional airport that's connecting Vancouver Island to the world. So definitely put Nanaimo Airport on your next destination list when you go to Vancouver Island. So go get outside and explore. If you like this episode, please subscribe, download a few more, and leave a review. I really would love to hear from you, what you enjoyed and what your key takeaways were. And of course, please let me know if there's any aspect of the travel industry you want me to talk about next. You can also search for the hashtag SheDaresToTravelPodcast on Instagram and comment on the episode's post with your questions. I'd love to answer them all for you guys. I hope you enjoy your day, stay so well, and until next time, fly straight.